Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Express Auctioneer's presentation, a comparison between the traditional method of real estate sales and the express auction method. First, a little background from Realtor.com. Our friends at Realtor.com state that a real estate auction is an innovative and effective method of selling real estate. It is an intense, accelerated real estate marketing process that involves the public sale of any property, most certainly including those that are non-distressed, which means it's an alternative, through open cry competitive bidding. That's a great quote. And again, a little bit more from Realtor.com. According to a study done by the NAR, and this is from a gentleman named Bob Albanese who works for Realogy.com. He's one of their strategists. According to a study done by the NAR, the future of the real estate auction business may be heading toward 1 in every 3 properties being sold or influenced using an auction listing. That's an incredible statement. That was made probably 5 years ago, and they said it was going to happen in about, a couple of years down the road. I don't know the exact timetable, but they knew enough to state this, and it's happening. People are becoming very used to the auction from eBay and different websites that have auctions, and people going, wow, this is a great way to compete and get the true market price. A little bit about Express Auctioneers. It started in probably about 30 years ago by Larry Mikowski, who was our lead auctioneer, great guy. He also rebirthed Maestro Auctions. This is the new name for our exclusive $750,000 and above real estate auctions, Maestro Auctions. They both get the same type of awesome professionalism that we give to any client that we have working with us. This is kind of a neat thing too. Swanepoel Real Estate Trend Report comes out once every year. The company is called the Swanepoel Organization, and we are the first and only real estate auction company ever selected by Swanepoel to be a top real estate innovator company like these other companies, RE/MAX, Century 21, Exit Realty, Redfin, and Keller Williams. And they said the only difference between what we're doing now, and I think 7 other companies received it, but we're the first and only auction company. They said the only difference between what we're doing and what RE/MAX and these other companies have done is time. That we have such an awesome program that in the future everyone's going to refer to the Express Auctioneers, your auction division, in a similar vein, because we're the only ones doing it. I'll save you the help, or save you the time, because they contacted us and told us that we don't even have any competition, so nobody does anything quite like what we do. And they said the world needs this, and it really does. Couple notes here from our CEO, Larry Mikowski. We are proud and honored to be the first and only real estate auction company in the world which has ever been recognized as a Swanepoel Real Estate Trend Innovator. And they just don't give these recognitions out to any company that comes along. You got to imagine, it comes out once every 2 years. 8 companies receive it. And we even received it while we were in stealth mode. Our company is 30 years old. The program, which is a revisit from a program we did years ago, is just rolling out on the street right now. So we're excited to have received this recognition in stealth mode. And Larry goes on to state, the goal of Express Auctioneers is, and for 30 years has been, to work diligently with our professional partners. We train and help our partners build profitable, no-cost auction divisions for their companies. This helps you, the seller. As trends in the real estate industry evolve to accept the express auction method as a viable part of their short and long-term revenue strategies, we will grow with our partners to increase their bottom line as we help our sellers to move on. We work with our professional partners to help our sellers move on. That's what we do. Because if you don't sell your property, if you don't sell your house, if you're a real estate agent and you can't sell your listing, the seller, who we're all here to help, cannot move on. We help you to move on. First thing that you need to know is you control the final price for your home. In the express auction, your home will always sell for market value. Please understand that your home is offered for sale subject to your confirmation of the bid amount. If you need $250,000 and the top bid is $220,000, And that's not going to work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, say, nope, I can't do that. Do not sell the property. The express auctioneer will not say the word sold. Here we go. The express auctioneer will not say the word sold until he receives owner confirmation from you, the seller, that the bid price is acceptable. If the bid price is close, you may have him go out and say, Larry, if it's Larry doing the auction or any of our auctioneers, I always think of Larry doing it. You could say, Mr. Express Auctioneer, I need 10,000 more for the property. And he'll go back out and let the crowd know we need more. And he'll come back to you if he only gets 5,000 more and say to you, Mr. Seller, all I could get is 5,000 more. The decision of whether this is acceptable is completely up to you. And then you'll have to ponder it if you're the seller. And if you say, you know what, I just want to sell my property, we're good at right here at 235. Say that's the number, 235. Now the express auctioneer goes back out and he says, okay, I know from the seller that 235,000 is an acceptable price. He doesn't go back out and say sold to that guy right there. He comes back out and says, this is an acceptable price. The 235 is now the high bid. We're going to open the bidding back up. Do I hear 240,000? Do I hear 245? Our goal and who we are responsible to is the seller. Watch the video. It's either on YouTube called Masterful, or at the bottom of this page that you're looking at right now. And you'll see there was an express auction. 315 was the high bid. The express auctioneer, Larry in this case, went back and talked to the seller, came back out and re-offered it starting at 315. He said, I know the seller is going to accept the price. It's now an absolute auction. The high bid from here on in wins. And then he bids it up, and the seller received an extra $9,000. The price didn't go down $9,000. The price went from $315,000 to $324,000 by the time the express auctioneer was done. The seller was thrilled. She was willing to accept $315,000. He said, I got you an extra $9,000. I hope you don't mind. The buyers were thrilled, and we know they were thrilled because we had two buyers competing, competitive bidding. And the one buyer said $1,000 more, and the other one said, I'm not going to let him walk away with his property for just $1,000 more. And they kept going back and forth till $9,000 extra dollars was in the seller's pocket. And that's how the express auction works. If the bid price is not acceptable to you, the seller, the express auction ends and the property is not sold. We re-auction it for you in a couple months with a new set of buyers, and we've had great success. We have great success either way. They either buy it the first time, or if need be, we can sell it again. But also, we have the name and phone number of all the bidders who were there. We contact each one of them to find out if they have an acceptable bid. And just because the people walk away, they may still want your property. Okay, here's the old way. There's the old way of auctioning, as compared to the innovative way of the express auction method. Independent auctioneers across the country auction homes and property. Their salespersons don't normally have any formal training. That's fine. Ours do. They don't have any professional designation. We train ours to be professional real estate auction agents or continuing education. They normally don't have local, regional, national standardized auction marketing process. We do, the express auction method. They'll take over your listing with little information passing back and forth to you or your seller, or you could be the seller. You may not hear very much from them. We keep our seller team informed via telephone, but also email critical checkpoint updates. You may get 10 or more emails from us during your express auction event. You know the rest of the story. I see you nodding your head up and down. Utilizing the express auction method, it's the new trend, innovative trend. The professional real estate auction agents that we train manage and market all local express auctions from around the country through Express Auctioneers headquarters in Baltimore, in Maryland. Our professional real estate auction agents keep the seller team informed at critical checkpoints every step of the way. Emails, telephone calls, and face-to-face. They know what the status of their sale is. Important note to seller, we're going to get into the comparison now. The following is a comparison example between the traditional or private treaty, as it's known, real estate sale utilizing a professional real estate agent or broker, could be called a realtor, and the express auction method, utilizing a professional real estate auction agent or express auctioneer. Keep in mind, real estate agents are our friends. We work with them. We have worked with them. We continue, and we put auction divisions in their offices around the country. Please understand that the numbers used are rough estimates. Please feel free to fill in your own numbers or ask your favorite real estate professional, CPA, accountant, or someone you trust whether these numbers all add up. We present this as a comparison example. Your actual expenses and numbers may vary. Okay, so but we try to make it. You'll know when we're done that we played fair. Okay, let's go to this next slide. Traditional versus auction. Day one, everything the same. $300,000 first listed price. $3,000 per month payment for your mortgage estimate, $250 a month monthly tax estimate, $800 monthly interest estimate, $100 monthly insurance, $300 for monthly utilities for a carry of $4,450 per month. Note this is an example based on past performance and is intended for informational purposes only. Please consult with the auctioneer, our express auctioneer. Okay, day one. Traditional versus auction. We'll try to always start on the left here. Traditional agent may suggest that you spend 1% or 1 point, as it's called, to refresh and stage your property for sale. This could be between $3,000 and $10,000. 1 point on $300,000 is $3,000. We're going to take the low estimate on that. Your asking price is still $300,000. Now, the auction, express auction. Real estate auction agent will tell you that you do not have to spend money to fix up your property because we sell it as is, where is. You can learn more about that in another one of our videos. Asking price, total cost is $0. Asking price is $300,000. Day one, real estate agent pays for advertising out of their commission. Carrying cost $3,000. Asking price $300,000. Real estate auction agent informs the seller that marketing will cost approximately 1.5 points. It could be $1,800 to $6,500. We're going to keep it here right about $1,800. Total asking price, $300,000. Okay, day 30, we're going to fast forward a little bit. Traditional sale. Property is still for sale. Now, it could have sold in 3 days. If it did, fantastic. But that it's not determined that that will happen. We're going to, for our little test here, a little comparison, we're going to say it still hasn't sold. Property is still for sale. Begin $4,450 per month, subtracted from the in-pocket to the seller, which is how much money you'll have in your pockets before you're gone. Carrying costs are now $7,450. Still on the market, waiting for a buyer. Okay, the express auction side. Express auction events. Event occurs 30 days after you sign a contract with us. Routinely, we receive 70 to 80% of the last listed price, and we put in the $4,450 carry. Total cost of the seller, $6,250. The buyer pays a commission. It's called a buyer's premium, normally 10%, which would be, in this case, be about $330,000. And the buyer does pay all costs of the transfer, all the closing costs. Okay, day 30. Real estate agent suggests that you might want to lower your listing price by 5%. In this case, $15,000 down to $285,000. Your carrying cost was $7,450, still on the market, waiting for a buyer. Now, the express auction. Seller is preparing to move and go to settlement. We're only 30 days in now. Day 60. Traditional side. Real estate agent suggests you might want to lower your listing price by 5%. In this case, $15,000 to $270,000. Your carrying costs are $11,900. On the express auction side, closing occurs. Sellers have moved on with their lives. They have cash in their pocket, and the closing was all paid for by the buyer. They pay a buyer's premium, and they cover all the closing costs. Traditional side, the property is still for sale. MLS notes that the seller is now motivated. Seller accepts $260,000. They were $270,000. Somebody came and said, "Look, we'll give you $260,000." They're like, "Yeah, we want to sell." Add another $4,450 per month, subtracted from the in-pocket to the seller. Carrying costs are now at $16,350. Day 60 on the express auction side, sellers have moved on with their lives. Day 90. Traditional side, the property sells for $260,000 with a financing contingency plus who knows what else. There could be a contingency that you may want to have the roof replaced, or you may want to have a new driveway put in, or you may want to have the sides power washed, any number of things. In the express auction side, the sellers have settled for cash with no contingency. Our properties sold at express auction are sold as is in the current condition with no contingencies. If you're selling them a pink house, they buy a pink house and they paint it whatever color they want. On the traditional side, if the house is pink, the buyer might very well say paint it green before we buy it, and you'll have to do that out of your own pocket to make the sale as a contingency. Okay, day 90, traditional side, add another $4,450 per month subtracted from the in pocket to the seller, carrying now at $20,800. Versus the traditional or versus the express auction side, sellers have moved on with their lives and they're now living in their new home for the last 30 days. Day 120. Traditional side, add another $4,450 per month subtracted from the in pocket to the seller. Possible additional costs for inspection and repairs. We don't really add that in here, but at the last minute, anything could happen, and that's more money out of the seller's in pocket. Express auction side, sellers have moved on with their lives and they're living in their new home now for 60 days. Day 150. Traditional side, add another $4,450 per month subtracted from the in pocket of the seller. We're at $29,700. We have a little plus sign here because remember, we're giving the lowest possible for all these scenarios. We hope by now that these scenarios all make sense to you, because monetarily it's all correct with the carrying out of everything else. But we're doing on the day 150 thing. Again, if your property sold in 10 or 15 days, fantastic. But we don't believe there's a guarantee for that. We sell your property in 30 days. Traditional side. Express auction side, sellers have moved on with their lives and they've been living in their new home for 90 days. Day 150. Commission of 6% is paid to the real estate agent. That's $15,600. Total cost, $29,700 plus, and then commission paid $15,600. Express auction side, sellers have moved on with their lives, living in their new home for 90 days. Okay, day 150. Closing cost estimate to be 4%. It's $10,400. Seller pays half. Carrying costs and all the other fees. Total expenses to the seller, $50,500. It does add up. Express auction side, sellers have moved on with their new lives and living in their new home for 90 days. Carrying costs were $4,450. Marketing cost upfront was $1,800. Closing cost, $0. Total expense to the seller, $6,250. Okay, traditional versus auction. Traditional side, contract price, $260,000 minus the $50,500. $209,500 cash in pocket after being on the market for 150 days. Okay, this is where you have to weigh out whether what you want out of your sale. Express auction, contract purchase price $247,500, which is the bid amount. Okay, $225,000 minus the $6,250 is $218,750 cash in your pocket in 30 days. Okay, so in this comparison, it comes out to be, this is, mind you, $247,000 is the total bid amount, which is the $225,000 plus the express auctions buyer's premium, and so that's added to it. So that's your $225,000 plus the $22,500. That's how you get to this, because the buyer's premium is added to this. So the $225,000 is your cash in pocket, and the only expenses you had, which were basically upfront, the marketing fee, and your 1 month carry is the $6,250. So you have $218,700 in your pocket in 30 days. And again, this is based on the initial offering or initial listing price of $300,000 150 days ago. We sell your house in 30 days. We use the express auction method. very innovative express auction method. For more information about how to sell your home at auction with the assistance of a professional real estate auction agent, please see our website, email us for a confidential review of your real estate needs. We thank you in advance. Please feel free to contact us. Go to expressauction.com or send us an email. And that would be realestateauctionagent@gmail.com. Realestateauctionagent@gmail.com. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.